Welcome students of standard 9. Okay. Today we are going ahead with chapter of science. Last time was physics. This time was chemistry first chapter. Measurement of matter. Matter in chemical reaction. Getting mole concept. It is the start of mole concept. I am introducing mole concept in this chapter. Okay, but first you should understand the basic things. Okay, some basic things we'll discuss. Chemical change and physical change. You remember, physical change is temporary. Chemical change is a chemical reaction. Getting old substances are gone and new substances are formed. It is a permanent change. Okay, so with this chemical reaction, okay, they are not reversible. Physical changes are reversible, but okay, we are not discussing about that. So for chemical reactions, getting so first basic laws of chemical reaction, that in a chemical reaction matter is not lost. Getting, you can take the experiment. See, in one experiment, you take some reactant, mix it. I am not talking about mixture, compound, proper compound. And take the weight. And later on, the products will be formed. Take the weight. The initial weight of reactant will be weight of the product. Same as. Understanding? So, matter is not lost. Mass is not lost. Getting? So this is basic law of conservation of matter. These are laws of chemical combination. Not all are there. And so one more law is law of constant proportion. See, in water, H2O, you know, hydrogen to oxygen, the proportion by weight and not by volume. By weight is 1:8 is fixed. So 1 gram of hydrogen reacts with 8 gram of oxygen to form 8 plus 1, 9 gram of water. Understanding? 5 grams of hydrogen into 8 combines with 40 gram of oxygen to form 5 plus 40, 45 gram of water. Understanding? Similarly, there are many examples. But carbon dioxide I am giving you. Carbon dioxide, carbon to oxygen. Okay? By proportion, their masses are 3:8. 3:8. Suppose, so 3 gram of carbon and 8 gram of oxygen. Total 3 plus 8, 11 gram of carbon dioxide. Or 30 gram of carbon, 80 gram of oxygen. 80 plus 30, 110 gram of carbon dioxide. So the proportion is fixed. You can calculate by unity methods also. Okay? And sums will come, numericals will come. This much oxygen, this much hydrogen, how much water will form. Suppose you take 5 gram of hydrogen, require 40 gram of oxygen. 5 plus 40, 45. But if you take oxygen 50 grams, so but only 40 grams will be used, 10 grams unreacted. Understanding? Okay. So this is the basic laws of chemical change. But to understand matter, you must know this very well. Even in exam you have to write the law of chemical combination, constant proportion. Different laws are there, multiple proportion, but not there. Only 2 laws in your portion. Law of conservation of matter. Matter is not lost in a chemical reaction. In a chemical reaction, the total weight of the reactant is the same as total weight of the product. Whatever you take, that much will be your output. Law of constant proportion. Okay? The law of constant proportion. I told you now. The proportion by weight of the constant element in various samples of compound is fixed. Okay, so in water, I told you 1:8 hydrogen to oxygen proportion by weight is 1:8. In carbon dioxide, carbon to oxygen, CO2, carbon and oxygen both are there, 3:8 by weight. Understanding? Okay. One more concept of atomic radius. Atom spherical, so it has radius. It is a sphere. Nucleus is small, very small, just at the center. Atom. So distance between the nucleus and the outermost, you can say, the covering the period, what we call outermost orbit. Electrons revolve in orbit, different orbits. So that distance is atomic radius. Understanding? Neil Bohr, Rutherford, you studied last year. Okay? See, so atomic radius definition of an isolated atom. Suppose oxygen, single oxygen, not in O2, because their distance molecular radius is different. Okay? It is the distance between the nucleus of an atom and its outermost orbit. It is expressed in nanometer. Nanometer is very small unit. We can't see that. 1 meter is 10⁻⁹ nanometer. So small. When 1 nanometer is 10⁻⁻⁹ meter. These are important, fill in the blanks, you must know. Okay? We'll go ahead with next concept. Okay. Now you have studied protons and neutrons are inside nucleus. Okay? And electrons, they revolve around the nucleus. Mass of electrons negligible. So for big atoms, suppose this much is nucleus, the whole mass of the atom is concentrated at the nucleus only due to heavy particles, protons and neutrons. Okay. This is atomic mass. So atomic mass is masses of sum of protons and neutrons. They are taken as 1 for reference. Getting? Because actually the mass is so small. So we have to take some reference. Like you go to shop to buy sugar, 5 kg sugar. How you know it's 5 kg? Because the 1 kg is standardized as a reference and compared to 1 kg, that is 5 kg. Understand? So some reference is necessary. So this, for reference, we have taken the concept of relative atomic mass. Getting? Step by step we will go. Relative atomic mass, actually hydrogen, the smallest atom. Hydrogen has what? Just 1 proton and 1 electron. So just mass of 1 proton is mass of hydrogen. So we have taken that as 1. Getting? But later on, due to some problem, we change the mass of hydrogen is 1/12 of carbon atom. Carbon steady, and that is the 1. And with that one, we compare other masses. Oxygen is 16. What 16? Because hydrogen is 1, so oxygen is 16. Mass of oxygen. Mass of nitrogen is 14. Hydrogen is 1. Get it? So mass of 1 nitrogen atom is mass of 14 hydrogen atom. Understanding? That way we have comparing. And this relative atomic mass concept is introduced. See, mass of atom is concentrated at the nucleus. Due to protons and neutrons, they are heavy particles. Atomic mass number is number of nucleons. What are nucleons? Protons plus neutron. That is atomic mass number. So relative mass of hydrogen atom, which has only 1 proton in its nucleus, was accepted as 1. And with hydrogen 1, these are the references. Oxygen is 16, when hydrogen is 1. Getting without unit. Relative atomic mass equal to atomic mass number. In 1961, carbon atom selected as a reference atom, but mass of carbon was 12 times that of hydrogen. So 1/12 of carbon is taken as 1. Okay. Atomic mass of carbon is 12. So relative atomic mass of hydrogen is 1/12 of carbon atom. Some atomic masses I am telling you, the others you study from book. You have to learn few, or not necessary. For sums they will be given. See, element atomic mass: hydrogen 1, oxygen 16. As when hydrogen is 1, that is 16. Nitrogen 14 for compared to hydrogen, or 1/12 of carbon. Calcium 40 comparing to 1/12 of carbon, or 1 hydrogen. Sodium 23. Understanding? They are the nucleons, reference atoms, with respect to reference atom of hydrogen. And carbon, 1/12 of carbon is taken as 1. Okay? Any doubt? You write in the comment box. Then we can explain in detail also. We will have discussion, live lecture. But write in the comment box, subscribe. Okay? Let my viewers grow. Then we can discuss in details. Okay? We'll go ahead. Okay. See, unified mass. That 1, oxygen 16, hydrogen 1 we take. But those are not real. In terms of kg, SI unit, if you see, unified mass, that is a Dalton, 1 Dalton is so small, 1.66. Actually very big figure, but you can remember only this. Into 10 raised to minus 27 kg. So small. We can't even imagine. Okay. So initially Dalton signs were used. Dalton had given some signs like this for hydrogen, this for copper. Very tedious, it was difficult. But later on, after IUPAC, some rules were decided, internationally decided. The rules. See, Berzelius, the scientist, he made the rule. Just to take either first letter of the name of element, or if the name is letter is repeating, then first two. If that is also repeating, go for first term prominent letter, one of the middle. Understanding? For example, first letter capital, second letter small. Carbon C. Now carbon C letter is blocked. So for cobalt, CO symbol. Then copper again CO. Then whatever Cu. Some Latin names we choose. Cuprum because of repetition to avoid, and the international symbols are finalized. You have to learn. Okay? See. There are many things we will discuss. Atoms combine to form molecule. Small atoms combine to form molecule. Okay, like oxygen, we are saying, but oxygen is always a diatomic molecule, always present as O2, getting, and not single O. Nitrogen, it is N2, diatomic. 2 nitrogen atoms combine to form N2 molecule. Cl2, chlorine. 2 chlorine atoms combine to form Cl2 molecule. This is the difference between atom and molecule. Some triatomic molecule. There are numerous molecules. CO2, 1 carbon and 2 oxygen. Water, 2 hydrogen, 1 oxygen. Getting? These are triatomic. So many tetraatomic also. NH3, ammonia, nitrogen 1, hydrogen 3, tetraatomic. Many. Sulfuric acid to H2SO4. Getting 7 atom. Okay, we'll see later on. So what is molecular mass? Sum of atomic masses of all the atoms in a single molecule. Suppose carbon dioxide, C, 1 atom of carbon and 2 atoms of oxygen. So total 3 atoms. Sum of atomic masses of all the atoms in a single molecule. Mass of carbon and oxygen 2 times. Getting? This way we can calculate atomic molecular mass The sums are going to come in paper for molecular masses. Okay. One example I am showing you. Later on at the time of exercise practicing, we will do more also. And you can also write in the comment box. We want to find out molecular mass of this molecule. Water, simple formula H2O. Okay. Make table like this: element, atomic mass, number of atom, total. Element, hydrogen and oxygen, only two are there. Atomic mass of hydrogen is 1, oxygen is 16. Okay. Number of atoms, hydrogen 2, H2, but oxygen only 1, O. In H2O, it is only O. Okay. A single oxygen is not there, O2 it is. So 1 into 2 is 2, 16 into 1 is 16, 2 plus 16 is 18. This is molecular mass of water. Here different molecules are there, we will calculate. Okay, only you write in the comment box. Understanding? There are so many molecules. You can try, practice at home. Other molecules are exactly in activities also. So other molecules are given. Okay, we'll go ahead. Okay. Now coming to important concept of mole. What is 1 mole? Molecular mass, like water we calculated. More we are going to calculate. But water is 18 gram. 18 gram of water is 1 mole. So molecular mass was 18. If we put grams in it, then it becomes 1 mole. Molecular mass in grams, expressed in grams, is 1 mole. So 1 mole, 18 gram of water is this much mole. Okay. So 1 mole contains how many particles? How many molecules of water? That was decided by scientist Avogadro. It is Avogadro number. So that is 6.022. 1 mole of any substance contains 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 molecules. This is Avogadro number. You have to learn by heart. Okay. So 18 gram of water is 1 mole. So 36 gram, 2 mole. 9 gram, half mole. 90 gram, 5 mole. Understanding? Okay. So number of moles, you can calculate this formula you need for doing numericals. Mass of substance in gram upon molecular mass in grams. You get number of moles directly. Now once you get number of moles, get it? Number of particles you can find out. Whatever number of moles into Avogadro number is number of particles. Then molecules. Understanding? Mole concept, this is very important. Watch this again and again. While doing numericals you require this. Okay, now the concept of valency. What is valency? Valency is combining capacity of an element. Different ways I am explaining you. Sodium chloride, common salt. You eat common salt, regular food. It contains sodium chloride, sodium and chlorine. Both have valency 1. This can come as give reason also. Why the valency of sodium is 1? Why the valency of chlorine is 1? So what happens? Sodium electronic configuration is 2 at 1. So 1 electron, if it gives, okay, if it loses 1 electron, it becomes only 2 8. So outermost orbit, 8 electrons are required to complete stable octet. So to have stability, it will lose 1 electron. But on losing 1 electron, if the electron is negative charge, so positive charge increases and it becomes Na plus. Sodium ion it becomes. From atom, sodium atom, after losing electron, it becomes sodium ion. And chlorine, 2 at 7 it is. It cannot give all the 7 electrons. It will just accept 1 electron from sodium. And it also forms 288 or stable octet. But addition of electron becomes chlorine is Cl minus ion. Positive ion we call cation. and negative ion we call anion. Why cations are attracted to cathode and why anions are attracted to anode? Okay, see. So formation of sodium chloride molecule is also important question. Combining our sodium atom is Na2H1. After losing electron, it forms sodium ion Na plus 2H octet complete. Chlorine atom 2H7 is its electronic configuration Cl. So it gains that electron gains. So chloride ion is Cl minus 2H8 octet complete. But this is Cl minus and this is Na plus. Now plus and minus, they have strong electrostatic attraction, stick to one another, forming ionic bond. Getting? Sodium is metal, chlorine is non-metal. Bond between metal and non-metal is ionic bond. Okay. So Na plus Cl minus gives NaCl. This is the formation of sodium chloride. Very important question. Okay. This is reason also for just for one. Sodium here loses one electron. So valency of sodium is 1. Chlorine gains 1 electron to complete octet. So valency of chlorine is 1. So this is a definition of valency. Number of electrons gained or lost while forming ionic bond is called valency of the element. Combining capacity. Getting it? Valency is combining capacity. Valence electron, definition of valence electron, just number of electrons in outermost shell. But the sodium valency is 1 and valence electrons also 1. But chlorine valence is 1 but valence electrons are 7. Getting this? So it has to accept 1 electron instead of giving all the 7 electrons. Understanding the concept? We have to do numericals on this. Okay? We'll go ahead. Okay, understood. So we'll go to valency. Valency is always a whole number. It can come as a give reason. Okay? See, valency, number of electrons transferred from anion to cation, cation to anion. Getting? So gained or lost. That is the valency. So number of electrons cannot be in fraction. So it must be whole number. Okay? Some elements you see, they have variable valency. Metals, they are mostly metals, they are transition elements. Okay? So transition element, the meaning you will understand later. They have last 2 shells incomplete. Understanding? Last 2 orbits incomplete. That's why they show variable valency. So one lower valency, one higher valency. Lower valency is we have as per nomenclature we call us, OUS, and higher valency is IC. For example, I am telling you, copper, last 2 shells incomplete, symbol Cu. It shows valency sometimes 1 or sometimes 2. 1 is Cu plus, that is cuprous, OUS. 2 plus is cupric, IC, cupric. Okay, just the name changes and of ions. Iron, Fe. 2 or 3, sometimes it shows 2, sometimes 3. Fe2 plus, lower valency us, ferrous. Higher valency Fe3 plus, that is ferric, IC. Understand the difference? Okay. So, how to identify cations and anions? Okay. Cations are positively charged. Anions are negatively charged. Okay. Cations are basic radical, anions are acidic radicals. HCl, acid. Cation is H plus. Anion is Cl minus. H plus and Cl minus. Understanding? Base example, NaOH. Na plus is cation, OH minus is anion. HNO3. H plus is cation, NO3 minus is anion. Calcium hydroxide. Ca2 plus cation, OH minus anion. Okay. At the end of book, you will see the table of cations and anions. By mixing cation and anion, with adjustment of valency, we can make chemical formula of compound. Understanding? See, this charged particle of atom or group of atom that has lost or gained electrons are called radicals. Okay, radicals. So how to make chemical formula? One example I am giving you. Later on we will practice with exercise how to make. One example, sodium sulfate. Look in the table, Na plus 1 valency, plus 1. SO4 2 minus, so 2 valency. Then you have to cross it, Na2, SO4 1 no need to write. Na2 SO4 is the formula. Understood? So these cations are called basic radicals, anions are called acidic radicals. They combine with each other to form a compound. Understanding? Very easy chapter. Read again and again. Every time you will get new insight. Okay? And write in the comment box if particular part you have not understood. I will explain in more details. Okay? So now we will solve exercise. Okay? So this video I am finishing with chapter explanation. Okay? Any doubt you want answer, you tell me. Okay? Don't hesitate. Okay? Whatever, if you like video, give like and subscribe channel. So we can have more and more lectures. You immediately press the bell icon so you will get the notification. Still, if you find difficult, okay, my phone number is provided. You can call for online class. Getting? Even one-to-one class is possible. You give call. Okay? So we'll go ahead with exercise in the next video. See you.